Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Godless Government channel. I am your host, your prophet, your priest, and your king, James Linden. And I thought we might just chat a little bit today about a question that I sometimes hear from, usually from my Christian friends. And it takes a number of forms, but it boils down to what would it take for you to believe? In my case, it would be to re-believe or believe again that the core propositions of the Bible are true. Okay, that Christianity, taken as a whole, is more likely than not, or something like that. Sometimes it's phrased as, what would it take for you to become a Christian? As if convincing someone that something is true means that they have to become something as a result of it. If you convince me that Jesus was a real person, then I'll believe that. Okay? You can take it in bits and pieces without swallowing the whole thing. So, I've thought about that. And if you try to take it at least somewhat seriously, I think I need video evidence. I think that might be enough. Now, I've heard other explanations, such as some billboard up in the sky that would write, Christianity is true, or, Mormonism is true, or God is real, or, you really can have a person with no physical instantiation whatsoever. Okay? If you can get this message to appear up on a big board at a predetermined place at a predetermined time, right? You get notice that this is going to happen, like the eclipse, but for the whole world, Okay, part of the world is going to be at night. So you're going to have to use some fancy lighting for this. Or maybe the deity could just make the whole planet line up at one time, completely do away with the night. Maybe that would be a nice effect. In other words, something so clearly obvious that you could not deny it, along with everyone else. I'm not referring here to the Romans nonsense about everybody knows that God really exists because of the things that the deity has made, and you're suppressing the truth and unrighteousness if you don't really want to go along with this. Okay, it's something that everyone would see all at the same time, all in their native language. Even the people who are not able to read would be able to see this, and the deity should be able to give a sign of some kind that would convince us all. I mean, why make this shit so difficult? You feel me? But that doesn't seem to have happened. At least I didn't get the email or hear anybody else talk about it, if that is the current program. So what are we left with? Well, we're left with reason and the information we can take in from our five senses. More or less. So why not do video, right? Take in most of our information from the world with our eyes, right? Not everything, right? There is still sound. You can hear my voice. You wouldn't be able to do it, okay, unless you had that sensation as well. All five of them. I'm going for video myself. And what should this video contain, you might ask? I think that's another reasonable question. Well, they should contain whatever information the deity is asking us to assent to. Okay? You want me to believe the virgin birth? Let's serve something up, man. Serve it up. Okay. How did Jesus get both an X chromosome and a Y chromosome? From a woman who has only two X's, you know? I mean, break it right on down for us in the video. Now, I've heard some Christians sort of respond to this request in the past. And one of the first things they say is, well, you're trying to put God in a box. Just because God doesn't do it the way you want doesn't mean that the deity does not exist. And that's true. Doesn't necessarily follow. But given how easy it would be for the deity to do this, and it's all powerful, remember this, the deity can do anything. It would be so easy. And think, if we really were charged with believing this stuff about resurrections and so forth, virgin births, I mean, why not just lay it out plainly? Right? For every other person in the world, biology works this way. But look at the video. It turns out for this one guy, it works this way. Or this one prophet. Right? I mean, lay it out for us. If it turns out that the Mormon thing is the way it is, you know, lay it out in the video. Okay, our Islamic friends don't believe in the resurrection, so they might be surprised at the video. Right? Or maybe the Christians would be surprised that the video really does show some deity sort of, you know, creating this horse that Muhammad rides to heaven after he dies or something like that. I mean, just spell it out. Okay, if it's one of these Hindu things with all the arms, put it in the video. Make it so people could save it to a text file. And it should be really easy. Now, of course, our religious friends will point out that, well, back in the day, they didn't have video cameras. And apparently this is a problem for the deity. Right? The reason that we don't have a video of the crucifixion, the virgin birth, the resurrection, sending the herd of demons into the herd of pigs. Right? The reason we don't have any of that is, doggone it, we just didn't have the iPhone yet. You know, or the Android. Poor God. If only these things had happened. You know, after the year, what was it, 2008, 2012, whenever this video revolution started. Or even the video cameras. Black and white. Heck, I'd sell for black and white. I mean, really, guys, it should not be that hard for the deity to do this. And just think of all the aggravation it would save. You certainly wouldn't need to have any written ancient text sort of laying it out for you. Okay, you'd have the video with the transcript. I mean, essentially that would be the holy book. Right? You'd have the holy video and you'd have the holy text file. And then just lay it out. Now, it seems to me that if Steve Jobs, okay, our smartphone friends can understand just how valuable this sort of thing is in helping people to understand the world the way it really is. If a human being can figure this out, You would think that the deity would be able to as well. And apparently this deity simply is unable to do it. Just unable to do it. The deity is maybe unwilling to do it. It's sitting up in some astrosphere saying, you know, I could make this video, but I just don't want to. I like to see the people struggle, you know. And I like to see them take a whole series of ancient texts and try to string them all together and figure this stuff out. That's what it likes. Or maybe this thing just doesn't care. Right? Either they figure it out or they don't. I could make it easier, but why should I? I'm the deity. I get to do it my way. Right? Frank Sinatra, School of Theology, doing it his way. Now, I know the Holy Spirit's been listening to this back here. Right? Say hello to the Holy Spirit, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping it real. You're not going to see that anywhere else. So you tell me, why doesn't God do it my way? Why doesn't God do it your way? Right? Is he really that hung up on his own incredibly unsuccessful methods of relaying his or her or its or their truth to the human race? We can't even decide what book to start with. And even when we do decide what book to start with, we can't figure out what it means. Look at all the Christian debates among the Christians. Women pastors? Oh my God. Communion. Oh, what if we screw that up? Wouldn't that be terrible? I mean, it's ridiculous. Baptism. Oh my God. Do we do it to the kids or do we not do it to the kids? Ooh. Hope we don't get that one wrong. I mean, the stuff is preposterous, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll leave that with you today. Why can't the deity give us some video evidence? Stop jacking us around. Maybe it likes to watch people suffer. Or maybe it's not even there. Put your money on that one.